Hello. Well, maybe it's an opportunity to make not perfect videos, but many. As I still have the space here, so soon this will be gone. And well, but we will see where I film. But here is an opportunity to maybe, well, why not just do a little bit more? And because, yeah, the things I say might sometimes be confusing. Um, well, I am very curious always. So, but it was not always about what I'm telling now. I have not been very, very religious. In the sense of going to church and I think some Americans really are more religious than me. Even Dutch, sometimes when you talk to them and, well, they feel like you're not repeating as correct as the priest tells you. They already feel that, you're not very religious. But I have friends who really believe in Allah. And so Iranian, Pakistani, Moroccans, Turks, no, not Algerians, but Tunisians, so Egyptians. So it's best to understand it, because in the project I'm doing, United Europeans, well, they are actually just part of our common shared culture, philosophy, history, whatever you want to name it. It's things we share. For instance, Mohammed only started in 622. So in 400, Rome, while Rome is being sacked by the Vandals and Tunisia too, there is this bishop, this Christian bishop, Augustinus, with very important writings to Christianity. So explaining that, well, the Romans had it wrong. They always wanted success and war, but the gods didn't like them anymore, so they lost. And so what is important is praying. And well, I find it interesting to see praying, because to me, yeah, I find out so much more about when I was in love. When I was reading the diaries a few weeks ago, I got really amazed how I was still so much in love um, years after uh, being together in first year of university, without being a couple, but, well, just like young Werther in Goethe's story, always seeing her and talking to her and having nice time together without kissing and all those things. And so, well, I found, for me, the solution was, when there was no other way because she was going to get married, to fall in love with a person who, well, it would be absolutely no problem if she didn't want a relationship, a love relationship. And so she was almost Miss Universe. And so, yeah, but to my amazement, well, I was always welcome. I think I must be kind or something. I don't know. I made fresh sorbet, I remember, and bringing it to her. Maybe I cook well, I don't know. But she was, kind. but it didn't come to a relationship. Um, and so, but the idea was, well, the most important is that a girl loves me. And what kind of girl do you want? Well, if she doesn't love me, it's the end of the story. That simple. So, and well, I might have been a little bit afraid not finding that. So it was some kind of solution to, well, to do something. Also, what I wanted was to get rid of my love. And the only solution I found was to fall in love with somebody else. That was the trick to get, well, to stop thinking about her, because she was going to get married, and I didn't want to, well, to have her have a divorce and hope that she would come with me. Couldn't do that, so. Well, anyway, that's my life, not about Augustinus. But Augustinus, it's a different story. I only discovered it a few weeks ago in the library. And so, this whole thing about heaven and hell, well, and the soul, our soul, and things going wrong on earth, and then being perfect in heaven. Well, that was the fall of the Roman Empire, and Christianity said, well, that's how the world is. So here on earth, well, virtues and doing good and everything, it's not that well. But it's later in heaven, there is the place to be. Well, except if you go to hell, of course. And so praying, yeah, that was important. I still don't understand it entirely, but I made some kind of, how do I call it? I saw some resemblance between my love for a woman, a star, and the love for God of people who believe in God. So to me, the wife is like a god. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But so yeah, Augustinus, well, his city of God. Yeah, that's the heaven, probably. And then Confessions, well, that's about him starting to admire God, one God. Early Christianity, 400 after Christ. So he became 75 years old. He died in 430 in the region of Tunis, in Tunisia, ancient Carthago. Well, which had been destroyed by the Romans, and but that area, and so yeah, the Vandals, they also sacked that region after they sacked Rome, but they destroyed everything, but they left his church, the church of the Bishop Augustinus. It stayed in place, especially since he was saying, well, the Romans lost because they have the wrong ideas about heaven and God, and how they pray for success and victory, and yeah, it's not that good. God doesn't like that, he said. And so what God really likes is, yeah, I don't know. Well, he controls everything, and well, it's not here on earth that you will find heaven. So yeah, Augustinus. Well. Anyway, Augustinus is just one of the persons I need to write about half a page about. I already have well, almost 100,000 letters now. I have added Goethe. It goes from 13 billion years ago all the way to yesterday. And so that chronological overview, it's getting better and better, and I like to read it. I put it in a little book. And so in the next thing, well, I did already send it to somebody, but they didn't react. So it's in Dutch, I feel safe writing in Dutch. And so then the next thing would be all the subjects. And the subjects I can think about are telescopes, how they got better, and then they see everything. Microscopes, how they discover bacteria and find out that's why sick people have these bacteria and healthy people don't have these bacteria. So they needed a microscope. Then the discovery of electricity or of electromagnetism and the discovery of chemistry, discovery of modern geology, all these things, it's all important persons. And but also in the writings, you have Goethe, recent. In the music, you have Mozart, so Don Beethoven. So Napoleon III, so important for Paris. Napoleon III, married to a wife of the House of Portocarrero. Yeah, my grandmother, House of Portocarrero. Portocarrero. Napoleon III, he really shaped the city of Paris and the country of France. He industrialized it. He made social provisions for workers. He was voted emperor with 97% of the votes. He did the Suez Canal for the bank with Suez. He had free trade with England to industrialize France with modern British equipment. So they had free trade. Yeah, wish with the Brexit they doubt about it, but he said it's a good thing. So he didn't protect French industry. And Napoleon III, also one of the persons in the chronological order between so many. But yeah, my video is getting again, almost 15 minutes, and yeah, I better stop it in time. But maybe, yeah, just make another one. But I like to tell you a lot. There is place on it at the moment, so why not do it?